I say as a dad, LeBron and Bronny playing together. I think this shit is dope.
Fire.
You faced both of them in the preseason, right? They didn't play together, but Bronny had a solid game in the last one. There was a report out that said the Warriors passed up on Bronny to respect the wishes of LeBron James. Cool for the Warriors to say something like that or to do something like that? Your thoughts?
I think it's great for the Warriors to say and do that because the reality is they could have drafted Bronny. And I think after watching Steph and Bron in the playoffs, you probably look back on it like, dang, we probably should have tried to lure him away because that thing just looked incredible watching them two in the Olympics together. In saying that, I think, number one, Bronny and Bron playing together.
Incredible.
It's insane. Like
incredible.
And anybody who hating on that, like
you're
hate
out.
yourself.
You're out the clique, bro.
Yeah, hate yourself.
You're out the brotherhood. Get out of here.
If you're hating on that at all, hate yourself because there's absolutely nothing to hate about with that. Number one. To play against Bronny, especially the second game, the last game of the preseason. My only thing to Bronny is this. Brother, if you're going to fail, and I actually said to him, hey, man.
Go out guns blazing,
if you're going to fail on your terms.
Yep, go out guns blazing, baby.
You know how to play basketball. And some of this time I'm watching you play, and you acting like you don't know how to play basketball. The one thing I know you know how to do is you know how to play basketball, bro. I'm like, hey, man, just play your game. If you're going to fail because you failed playing like you know how to play. Don't fail because you ain't doing what you know how to do.
Yeah, don't ask for permission.
Yeah, and to see him have that last game that he had, I enjoy watching it because the scrutiny that he's under for the 55th pick, if you go to the average NBA fan and ask them, give me the 55th pick of the last 10 years, they probably can't get two of them right.
Two. Absolutely.
Cannot get two of them right. And so the scrutiny that he's under, you don't hear about the first pick. You don't hear it about the second pick. You don't hear it about the third pick. But for some reason, all of a sudden, because African-American dad and his African-American ass son are now on the same NBA team, like we don't see this in corporate America every day. Like we don't see this in ownership of NBA teams every day. Like we don't see this in lawn services every day, construction companies every day. Like we don't see this all over the place. And people want to act like the 55th pick, that if his name wasn't LeBron James Jr., they wouldn't care, they wouldn't know, and they want to act like, oh man, look, he had a bad game. What did you expect, by the way, from the 55th pick? Quite frankly, if I'm honest,
I think he's 19 still, right? Ain't he
like he is 19. And guess what? If I'm honest, the 5th pick that comes into the NBA after 1 year of college ain't ready to play in the NBA.
Nobody is, bro.
To act like the 55th pick supposed to be just ready to go in the NBA on day one, like you're just a hater because it's unfair and it's whack. And the last thing I'm gonna say about Bronny is this. When he get the ball, stop fucking cheering like he don't know how to play and like he not in the NBA. You make it so much harder when an NBA player get the ball in the crowd. Like an NBA player, let me go play because you're making this like some phenomenon when I'm on the court. Like, I just want to go play basketball. So stop with the whole every time he get the ball, y'all go crazy. Like, relax. Let that man play basketball. Ain't nobody coming to y'all job every time it's time for you to, you trying to do so. Like, ain't nobody coming to y'all job doing that. Stop going to that man's job and he get the ball and you start going crazy and like he got to do something because you're not giving him a fair shot to be successful.
Yep.
Get that young man a fair shot to be successful. He worked his ass off to get to where he at. And regardless of how you feel he got there, he there. So give him a fair chance. Stop, like he can't play. I hate when people do that. That's an NBA player. Stop it.
Come on. All NBA players, whether you like them or not, they got game. The one on the fringes in the G League and the two-way. I like Bronny James. One, Crossroads alumni, so I'm a fan. You know, the SC thing, I'm glad he got out of there. But I didn't think, oh my God, SC, like, Bronny, you should have went UCLA. We ain't gonna even get into that. You know, I had to hate on him a little bit when he went to SC, but I also didn't, when I saw him at SC, I was like, this kid does not belong in college.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because he's a good player and he can fall into being a good player in college and a glue dude, or he can go to the league and become a point guard at 6'2" with his build, his athleticism, right? And so he's gonna get so much better, bro.
Yeah.
Right? And how about this? His daddy, who he on the team with, is the greatest player ever played, one of the greatest players ever played. Okay, so look at that ism. So that ism gonna fall. He 19. He can jump out the gym. He fearless. Bronny, no permission, bro. We not asking for no permission, homie. I don't give a fuck if we turn it over, steals, blocks. Like, you got to just go and learn. You know what I mean? That's all he got to do is just go and learn because he is getting better. And I was telling people, bro, Summer League is the worst time to judge somebody.
Facts.
Once you're in training camp and you start seeing where you fit in and like everybody, when you get to the league, I don't give a fuck how good you are. You better figure out how you become some part of the glue.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Exactly. Or you unglued, you out.
1,000%.
Right? So he's smart enough to know how to fit in. He's smart enough to know how to play. He just got to be able to say, you know what? I don't give a fuck. If y'all don't think I deserve it, I didn't show you.
Exactly.
Oh, well, I'm in. You know what I mean?
And
if it's a party, I'm going to dance too. You know, that's it. And I think him doing that, but I also say this is good for the Lakers, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because LeBron has more responsibility to be a great teammate to everybody on the team, bro.
100%.
You can't be the Kobe thing now.
Yeah.
You can't be what you used to be. You kind of got to be a little bit engaged. You kind of got to be a little bit coach, mentor in a different way, right? And then having your son there, it's like you got to leave all the goodness so he can continue.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So you got to treat everybody on the team 10 times better than you treated them last year. You can't walk by nobody. You know what I mean? So like the level of leadership is now, it has to be outside of King James. It's got to be like, I got to show my son, I got to show these young dudes the way.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's 1,000% a fact. And I think Bron, just like any other responsibility he's ever had, he gonna shoulder it, he gonna excel in it, and it ultimately will help Bronny.
Yeah.
And I would say the last thing I would say about Bronny is, if I'm Bronny, anytime I check into an NBA game, if the point guard is bringing the ball up the floor, I'm picking you up full court. Every time. As long as I'm in that game. And I say this to all young guards, by the way. If you're not a starting point guard in the NBA, when you come in the game, I ain't saying you got to be Patrick Beverly turning the guy, but you better be up there just to turn him a couple times, just so he ain't walking the ball up, he ain't comfortable. Because if you're going to let these guards, starting guards like yourself, just walk you up to the spot that they want to get you to, you dead.
It's over.
So that would be my word to Bronny is anytime you just step foot in an NBA game, you go pick up the point guard and you go pick him up 94 feet every time.
Yeah, that's your moment to introduce yourself.
100%.
Yo, what's up, Jason Kidd, man, on BD? I've been watching. I'm about to pick you up full court. What's up, Nick Van Exel? Full court. Sam Cassell tell you, man, what are you doing over here? Yeah. Well, you better get back there. You know what I mean? But you develop that relationship, and that is the first initial way you earn respect, bro.
Yeah, that's a fact.